I'm Dan Morris, you're watching Bosun Dan Bushcraft, and today we are testing out the aldi TP to see if it's any good for a family of 5. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Christ Dan, you are milking this TP. This is the 3rd TP related video. Yes and no. Promise you it's going to be one of the last ones that the TP features in for quite a while. But as it is sold as a family tent, I thought I'd try it out. Now, family of 5, I hear you ask. Yes, aside from 2 of those 5
into guinea pigs.
Or in fact guinea pigs. I don't know. Anyway, so what's going on behind me is we need to obviously look after these little devils first, get them out of this tiny little box that they'll be sleeping in later, but they've got a good several hours where they can run around and enjoy this rather nice grass that we've got growing up here. And then obviously get the TP itself up, get set up, bit of cooking done, and crack on with that and see how we get on. Now, looking at the weather report, this may well be, because the last time we used it was fishing, not a drop of rain fell from the heavens. So today, looking at the actual weather reports, may well be the day where we get to test out, is it as waterproof as they say? We're going to find that out. So we're going to get a bit more set up and we'll be back with you shortly. Right then folks, the camp is up. I'll give you a quick tour, I'll give you a proper tour, but it's just decided to rain a bit. So, we have the guinea pigs, first of all. The littlest family members have been taken care of. Random segue in the background. TP! Kids are somewhere off over yonder on said random segues. But, and forgive me for this one, I've also robbed the works transit van, because if it gets super windy, I'm going to use this van as a windbreak, because there's nothing makes a windbreak quite as good as a long wheelbase transit van, or indeed any long wheelbase van. Now, it is still daylight, but without wasting any time, because I need to dig a fire pit and cut some firewood, without wasting any time, I'm going to get these old boys lit and get them going now, just because they will happily burn all night on one full tank anyway, and it will be a job I don't have to do later on in the night. Now, for anyone who's not come across these Tilly pressure lamps before, they have to be primed. To do that, this is methylated spirits and a little clip-on wick that lights and heats up all of that. We're soaking this with the meths. This is sort of a half and half mixture of methylated spirits and ethyl alcohol. I use those because they're very clean burning. Methylated spirits is incredibly clean burning. It produces very little smoke and pretty much zero soot whatsoever, which is exactly why you use them in your Trangia style and other meth stoves, because there is hardly any smoke comes off them at all, if any. In fact, methylated spirit is so clean burning that you can't actually usually even see the flame, which is one of those things that to some people makes Trangias a little bit dangerous in a sense, because you can't see the flame to avoid it, and if you knock it over and it's burning on the ground, and not a lot of people know this, but some things, some gases and even some liquids burn so clean that you can't see them when they're on fire, and you know, you could accidentally walk into it, put your hand in it or whatever. Methylated spirits can be one of those, but adding the alcohol to it actually makes it show the flame a little more. And for all of you budding health and safety enthusiasts that might be concerned about me having a lit lamp, flammable liquids and a transit van full of incredibly expensive things, I have a dry powder fire extinguisher very close to hand, so don't worry about that. Right, before I put too many pumps in it, so 50-60 odd pumps in it, I'm just going to give it a good 25, and then I'm going to set it outside of the van and let it all get warm. It needs to, all the pipe work up there needs to get warm to turn the kerosene into a gas, and that's what makes them burn brighter and brighter. So I'll warm the other one up while I'm waiting for that. Right, we've got one lamp lit, well, 2 lamps lit, one's already hot enough. Hello boys, are you okay in there? I know it's a bit windy in it, and it's raining a little bit too. And also they've got a nice rain cover. Don't worry, they've got a nice little basket for in the tent later. We're not going to leave them outside, not with foxes and birds of prey about. Ta-da! So this one's warmed up pretty nicely. I'm going to go hang it where it's going to be staying for the majority of the evening as my pathway illuminator. On this. And this is what I got with the when I went to see Ben the blacksmith, and we made the bosun down axe. And I got this lovely lamp hanger as well, which I thought was fantastic. Oh, the lamp, I'll just put it somewhere for the moment so it can continue warming up. And then I need to go and dig myself a fire pit. Right, we're not going to need a massive fire tonight, because we're only cooking a few bits and bobs, and it isn't very cold. And whilst I've been looking at over there, the camera's fallen, because that's what it likes to do. So I've got a lovely spot here between a few trees and plenty of dead wood lying about. And I didn't bring Freya, my favourite axe, today. Just the combat shovel, as to be honest with you, that's all I'm really going to need. Now, like I say, we don't need anything too exuberant fire pit wise, as we're only having a little fire to cook some meatballs and stuff. And there's a lovely dead tree there behind me, several actually. There's no shortage of dead trees around here, especially trees that have been a very long time dead. Let's start harvesting some of this lovely really good dead stuff like this. Look, even all the bark's come off this.
Should I find some?
Eh?
Should I find some?
Yeah. Go find some and chop it, but don't chop yourself. If you look in these bushes, there's lots of dead trees. There's Evie with a survival belt. Pouches!
I dropped a piece of wood.
You dropped a piece of wood, well, you can pick him up. Like I say, all you've got to do is look about, Luke.
I should try
And there's wood everywhere around here because nobody bothers with it. Only me. So as I've said, these combat shovels, not perfect replacements for axes, but they can be useful. Best thing to do with it, nice rosette cut all the way around until it pops. Don't think of it as trying to, because they're only soft steel. You see how I've just put a slight bend in it there, but they're still mild steel, so I can tap that back straight with a hammer anyway. It doesn't really, that's where I've yonked at it and twisted it. But I can tap that back straight with a hammer because they are only mild, they're not hardened. But don't think of it as being an axe. Just use it, dead dry firewood, because that's really what they're for. And then that's going to bug me now, but I'll beat that back straight when I get home. Rosette all around it until she gives up. We've already got a beautiful pile. So I'm going to keep going for a little while in Bosun Dan tradition. Wish I'd got a hammer with me, I'd straighten that right now. I'm going to keep on in Bosun Dan tradition, and I'm going to cut far more firewood than I actually need, because that's just what I do. So Jack just lent me his little axe, and against a log I've just given it a preliminary beating back straight. So more than just a shovel, it's also an emergency paddle. Right, I think we have pretty much got enough firewood for what we need there. So I'm going to go and find some cooking sticks, preferably sycamore or beech or something rather flavourless. I don't want it imparting its flavour into the meatballs and stuff. That's why I wouldn't use birch for that. The oil just makes it taste like birch. So, there's a lunatic in the background. And oh well, here's the other one. Hello. Dora the Explorer. Right, so whilst the kiddies have vanished off on their segways, I've got some Y pieces and a nice lovely green piece of I think it's lime actually, but I'm just going to get all this bark off and shape it up ready for the skewering of the meatballs. Let's get this party started. And of course, when I say party, what I mean is fire. Let's get this fire started. Can't cook without a fire, 'cause I didn't bring any other form of stove. I think it's time for a brew. Delicately balance this somewhere. Lovely. Coffee boiling. Meatballs on. Couldn't be better, except for it's raining, so it could be slightly better because it could not be raining, and that would be better. Once I've boiled this brew, I'll build that fire up a tickle more. Oh, well, that's the fire's roasting meatballs. I shall have my usual argument with this pan. This time, I'll be clever, and I shall use the actual handle that come with it. Coffee! Sachets of coffee. This is great. I could camp with a big van more often actually, because I've got a bin bag here and everything. Not that I don't like camping with my own camper, that I as yet have never done a video of, but I will do at some point. Got some big plans later on this year. I'm not going to spoil it by telling you what they are. A glove. My gloves are in the other Bergen, so I'm going to have to use a crispy sock or two to operate this pot. Delicious. Smells like coffee. Ah. Delightful. Oh. Wish that was warm. Now then, what's occurring here? We've got the sweet little guinea pigs, Smokie and Chocolate, are absolutely devastating the crisp farm grass in there, having themselves a whale of a time. And now that they don't have their camera, come here. Oh heck. Now that they don't have their little hidey beds, their lovely little tent beds that we've got for them, you can see the little devils. Hello. Okay, that one that's got the really shocked expression is Smokie. The one that didn't even bother to stop chewing through the grass is Chocolate. And they are about 7-8 weeks old now, I think. And not at all fazed by being out in the big world camping. They are just absolutely obsessed with the grass. Got some actual guinea pig food as well. For some reason they are just staying out there in the rain at the moment, even though they do have a waterproof side as well. I'll leave that up to them. We've got stuff we can dry them with later on. And they do have a very nice little cosy basket to sleep in inside the tent with us, so they're not going to be cold. And as well as their lovely cosy cat basket, look at these Amazon bargains. Them guinea pigs have been camping since we had them. So far the only family test we've done is, does it keep the rain out? And so far it's dry in there. I have had a look. I haven't took you guys in there yet because I've been faffing about with the fire and all of that whatnot. And don't know where the kids have gone. They've jumped on their segways and done one. I say their segways, they're not their segways, they work segways. They're on mine. I don't know what Jack's Dr. Evil laugh's all about. Don't know what he's planning. Any fun over there?
I won the race.
You won the race. I'm not surprised Evie's going at like 2 miles an hour over there. She's barely moving. Meatballs are on. Well, Jack somehow managed to make a teddy bear marshmallow. Get here, let me show you the camera. He's melted it, and it's just literally turned into like a teddy bear. Look at that. That's actually really good.
That's not even close.
Meanwhile, I'm stabbing up lamb kebabs on a stick, because, you know, why not? How else would I cook them?
And that is literally the colour of a bear as well.
It is. So, as the kiddies have disappeared again, off on segways, a lovely piece of lamb steak is ready and up for grabs. I swear, everything cooked on an open fire, it's just 10 times better. Don't care what anyone says. Doesn't matter, it's always better when it's cooked outside. So just while it's nice and quiet, and this head torch was a little bit of a bargain. Rubbish joke. It was in Lidl for £2.99. Can't say no at that price. But for £2.99 for a head torch that works perfectly fine like it does, that's the kind of head torch that when you lose it for 3 years in a rucksack and find out the batteries have melted and it no longer works, you just go, hand. So, you can't beat it. And it should be. It's not new technology, it should be cheap as chips. I can't believe there's people out there that'll pay like hundreds of pounds for a Van Gogh head torch. You're not getting any better for your money. Anywho, that aside, let's take a look at the TP, because it's been sat here in the rain for a while. And as I said a little moment ago, aside from where obviously active child has put some splats of water by the door, perfectly normal. This is without me adding any proof there. It's all beading on the surface, which is interesting because I don't know if when they made it, they waterproofed it both sides, because fabric like this, the waterproofing is usually a thin rubberized layer on the back of the fabric, and that's why they tape the seams. But it hasn't actually, so it's not soaking into the outer surface of the fabric either. So actually it's doing rather well, and you can see down there on the little wind flap or mud flap, whatever you want to call it, it's actively holding it in pools and it is not soaking through. So I take it when they say 2000 millimeters, what they're basically saying is it's just waterproof, basically. It's not letting water through, which is what you need. I feel like a bit of a spoon wearing that on my head still, but then it's a head torch. Where else should I keep it? So we've got the LED TP lights on. I'll show you them in a minute. And we're winding down. Tillies are glowing away. Don't know what the kids are doing. Last couple of meatballs roasting away. Got my cheap little head torch that I've been experimenting with. To be honest, it's about as good as the light on the GoPro, the proper GoPro light, which is actually it's pretty decent. Both of them, the GoPro light on this. And it's just winding down to a lovely, relaxed evening. Got some tunes playing, can't play them to you, I'll get flagged for copyright, but we'll soon be in the TP and getting those guinea pigs warm. They're actually still out in the run, but they are in their lovely little warm snuggle tents at the moment. So, oh, my lights just start working. Don't know why, I can only assume the battery's probably not, I forgot to charge it. But we'll soon be in the TP and chilling. Well, all 5 of us are now cosy in the TP, and it is in fact very dry, bone dry. It's not let anything through it. Like I said, a few drops of water by the door, but I strongly suspect that's active child coming in and out in wet weather. All 5 of us are in here, as in, well, we've got a guinea pig over there.
Can't see my guinea pig.
Can't see your guinea pig because it's the colour of midnight. It's just hidden away. And look at that thing. Hey, that's like a walking draft excluder. It's like somebody's dropped their wig. So there's still quite a bit of space as well. We could probably fit another 2. It'd be a push, but you'd get another 2 or 3 people in here. without kit. So, you know, 3 people, 3 adults with the kit, you could handle. But it's dry and it's rained pretty much consistently the entire time, and it hasn't let nothing through. So again, like last TP video, honestly, or at least the last one specially about the TP, but it's not letting nothing through it. It's bone dry in here, it's cozy in here, it's warm in here, it's not really that bothered about the wind. And 2 kids and 2 guinea pigs.
Adult.
And me as well. And guinea pigs later on will be cozy away in the little cat box, in the happy little tents they've brought themselves. And yeah, quite happy in here, really, aren't we, guys?
Yeah, guinea pigs got their own tent.
Guinea pigs got their own tents. I mean, they look happy enough. Don't know about him at the moment. They are full of grass. I wouldn't squeeze them; they'll throw up.
Squeeze them.
So,
Squeeze them.
well, that just didn't look like a comfortable position,
He
did it?
loves this position.
Does he?
He really does. He really does. He's very he holds him like Jack. Show him how you hold him when you feed him. You want food?
You feed him upside down, bloody hell.
No. Put him next to his arm because he really likes it. Oh,
No.
picture. I sent you the picture.
You did send me the picture. Yeah.
When he was eating dandelion leaf like that.
That's what it was. It was a dandelion. What? He was on his back like a baby eating a dandelion
He
leaf.
absolutely loves that, Daddy.
Guinea pigs are so spoilt, aren't they? I want somebody to hold me upside down while I eat a dandelion leaf. So these Timu LEDs are wonderful things, but the sticky stuff on the back of them is absolutely rubbish. It doesn't stick to anything. Like it's certain bits have stuck, other bits just said no and just won't stick whatsoever.
Nah, bro, I ain't doing your job.
It is what it is, but other than that, they're pretty cool. Can't complain.
He didn't even say a word. All I heard was
Well, anyway, we're going to tickle some guinea pigs for a bit and get some sleep, and then it's coffee in the morning. Good morning. I have no idea what time it is because I can't find my phone, but it was raining Lionel Richie style all night long. Not a drop has come through, and to be honest, it really isn't bad for the old condensation either. They are drip here and there, but I've had far worse tents for condensation. So we're all awake after a nice cozy night, and it is guinea pig breakfast time apparently. Before I eat them for breakfast.
Excuse me.
Karim just devastating that celery. He's absolutely loving it. I wish I could be that excited about a piece of celery, I really do. But I think for me, I need to get excited about lighting a fire and making a coffee, because I didn't bring a stove.
Another fire?
Yeah, only a little, because I need to make myself a brew. I didn't bring a stove, did I? Oh, it's a beautiful misty morning today. Yep. Beautiful misty morning. And I'm just going to make myself a nice juicy coffee. This has genuinely rained all night. Not massively heavy, but it has just been this consistent wet downpour. And credit to it, didn't know much about it in there. TP let nothing through. Just a little condensation, but to be fair, if I'd have kept the vents open, there'd have been less of that too. I shut those down just to keep it a bit warmer, and it was quite warm, so let this fire get rolling a bit, and then, oh, I needs a coffee. Vitamin coffee. I've just retreated a little further back into the woodlands here, as this rain will not let up. Still, gave the TP a jolly good test. It's going to give me a jolly good test in a bit. Putting away wet kit. Nice. It's always the same, innit? I don't know what it is. If I'm camping in a hammock and just using bashers, they always seem to be dry. Tents, always wet. Don't know why. Just seems to be the way. So looks like I shall be hanging it somewhere and letting it dry off a touch. But other than that, it's been a fairly charming little camp, really. So in conclusion, coffee. In conclusion, is it a family tent? Well, yes. All in all, I would say I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, really. Can't give it a 10 because that would mean there was absolutely no room for improvement, and well, that's pretty much impossible. So I'll give it an 8. I'm impressed. And that's the last TP video, specifically TP video. Right guys, so really now all that's left for me to do is conceal my lovely fire pit, having given it a jolly good soaking in water and everything. Make sure that it's well out. Like I said yesterday, this ground is not the sort of ground that's going to smoulder. It's actually quite sandy and rather nice and composty. It's not peaty at all. So I'm just going to fill this fire pit back in and put the turf back over the top. Well then, and that is the end of that, as they say. It is still a bit damp. It's warmed up a lot. It's not raining now, which is nice. You left your Segway over there, Jack. So that is the end of that. That's all I need to say. TP is a winner, chicken dinner. I can stop making videos about it now. I do apologise if you think I'm milking this bloody TP. It's not the video I was going to make actually, but the weather absolutely trounced the video I'd planned, so this is the video you've got. So it is goodbye from me. It is goodbye from Jack, who's over there. He can't wave because he's got litter in his hands to take away. Oh, and it's goodbye from Evie. You can wave. And until next time, guys, get out there, get bushcrafting, get camping, get having fun. Above all, be safe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bosun out.